Alex, what is more crazy? Rock climbing, the freerider in El Capitan free solo, or electrifying remote villages in Africa?
I don't know which is more crazy, but I would say that electrifying Africa is definitely much more difficult than free soloing El Cap. Because El Cap was challenging for me, but it only took a couple years of training and preparation, whatever else. And electrifying Africa will be a generational issue.
Could you give me an example what you do with the Honnold Foundation? Which kind of projects is it?
Yeah, the Honnold Foundation supports community, the sort of grassroots community solar projects around the world. So not just in Africa, but basically everywhere. We've been having a real focus in Latin America, but it totally depends case by case. Whatever the community organization needs, whatever they can use solar for to help their community. So sometimes that means panels on a school for indigenous girls, let's say, grid tied system where it's just saving the money and they just put more money into the school. Sometimes that means helping Native American communities in the U.S. Have access to power for the first time. It totally depends case by case.
Is there any link of what you do as a rock climber to why you started actually the Honnold Foundation?
Yeah, there's certainly a little bit of a link. As a rock climber, I spent so much time in nature that I care about the environment. I care about protecting the environment in some way. And then also as a rock climber, I've been on so many expeditions to remote parts of the world that I've seen a lot of, sort of off-grid communities that live without access to power. And so I think I sort of combine those two things and it was like, I feel like solar is an elegant solution to both problems.
When we talk about innovation, what is your take on that? Would you incorporate, for example, new technologies like hydrogen energy storage or redox flow batteries in your projects?
In general, I hate to say we don't try to innovate, but really we try to stick to the basics. We're trying to find the most effective solution to problems that we can implement right now. And so in general, if you're trying to electrify rural communities, you just stick to things off the shelf that are well proven, cheap, easy to service. And so, we're not going to use like hydrogen technologies or something, because if you're in rural Africa or like rural, indigenous villages in the Andes and things like that, it's just not the place to try cutting edge new technology. So you got to stick to things that are simple, well proven, and super effective.
Let's talk about donations. Do you accept cash only or also goods like solar panels, solar inverters?
We'll take anything. We've taken a lot of in-kind donations to solar companies that provide panels or inverters or whatever else to help, or even batteries, for projects, as long as all the equipment's new, just so that the communities that we're serving are getting the same quality goods as anybody else, like a normal paying customer. But certainly cash or stock or whatever else is all kind of the easiest. We just sell things immediately. But yeah, we're a grant giving organization, so we're always passing money on to community organizations to let them fund the projects they need.
Why are you participating in the We Choose Earth tour?
Yeah, I'm here with We Choose Earth Tour just because, there's a lot of alignment in values. It's basically company transition to renewables. It's like what I do through the foundation is very similar. And also I was coming to Europe to climb for the summer anyway, and so that's it's very convenient. Actually, yeah, I was going to be in the Dolomites a few hours away from here.
Okay, that's cool. That's where I go. I'm pretty sure that we will climb different routes. As I have you here, I'm probably the most untalented rock climber in the world. I'm too tall. 5'10" is my absolute maximum. And I know it's ridiculous if I ask you right now for a tip, but what could I do to improve?
You should work on your footwork. There's no such thing as too tall. Yeah, too tall doesn't matter. And you're not that heavy. It's like, no, you work on your footwork, work on technique. It's all about movement.